love to the beat so slow. Making love to the beat, girl, it sounds so slow. I'm in fuck with a G, girl, you already know.
Yo, we back again. Word 'em up. Yo, son, we gonna take a little trip up to Maryland, feel me? Shout out to my sister, yo. You haven't heard lately, I drop a verse daily. I'm about to lay the rose petals for boxing first lady. Ask Cash, she not in it for a cash grab. She passionate when she speaking and make the crabs mad. Ashley's Corner got the news for the boxing heads. Whether you ball, rockin' waves, or you got the dreads. Cowboys bummy, nose runny, ain't nothing funny. These little dummies will sell their own mommy for insurance money. Tuning in on weekends, my favorite getaway. Giving you the boxing analogy every Saturday. Plus she got a hyperlink, so if you got a dime, spend some time and go to bonfire.com/store/love-in-sports, and you can lurk, hit the search, you could get a shirt. If you ain't learned by now, you never will. She got the clever skills where the sneakers are in high heels. All the cats boring now, they was boring then. There's no defeating her. Ashley's like a meteor, with knowledge like a thesaurus encyclopedia. Them other lame channels remedial, make me sleepier. I tried to warn you, if I say again, your ass are gonna. Y'all informants, get the hell away from Ashley's Corner. You lose a leg if you step a toe past the border. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Corner. Word 'em up. Ash Cash. We in the building, son. Judah Ben. Tell a friend, yo. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Corner.
What is good, people? What is good? Yes, I hope everybody's having a nice vacation like myself. If you're not having a vacation, hopefully you're having a good week and a good weekend and a good day. Let's salute to everybody that came in the building. Salute to everybody that came to my interview with Sir Kirkpatrick that I had. Salute to everybody that was in the building. Salute to the family thing. I seen you in the super chat. God. Definitely appreciate your support. Salute to all things. You're the first one in the building. Definitely do what that man said and hit the like button. Salute to you. What's good? What's good with you? Mike Biggs Boxing is in the house. What is popping with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Salute to you, ATX4. The one. The red is in the house. Salute to you, God. What's good with you? Salute to you, the family thing. Always appreciate your support. Definitely appreciate you for coming in the building. Salute to you, Jarrell. What is good with you, sir? Hope all is well with you today. Flawless mentality. What is good with you? Huh? Hope all is well with you. Peace and blessings to you. Definitely appreciate your support. Definitely appreciate you for coming through today. Salute to you, Cash Crypto was in the house. What is popping? Yo, Ryan Garcia is like the 2025 watered down Al Pacino. Like, yo, Ryan Garcia is wild, boy. Ryan is wild. Salute to you, Underground Asylum. Salute to you, sir. Hope all is well with you. Salute to you. Blessings. Blessings, sir. Blessings. Salute to you, all things in the super chat. Definitely appreciate you in the super.
This is for the cool.
Yo, we're gonna get to talking about these fights, man. I wanna I haven't got the chance to really sit and talk about the fights, make videos, nothing for real, for real. So we're gonna chop it up about these fights. I think tonight, Fondor's sister is fighting. Bruh, she's skinny as a motherfucker, yo. And the reason why she's undisputed is the same reasons why I said what I said when Carisha was going to fight Christina Hammer. Excuse me. Christina Hammer only knows how to fight one way. And a lot of people that she fought didn't have the ability or wasn't sizable to put up a fight versus Hammer. But Shields was, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to Fondor, because she's in such a lightweight class, I think she fight at like 119 or something like that, bruh. She's my height. And people would tell you that they think I'm 6 foot. Like, she's probably 5'9". I'm 5'9" and a half. It looked like I'm like 5'10". You know what I'm saying? She's like my height, and she fights at 119. Bro, the smallest I've been as an adult is when I got out of college. I used to lift weights every day with two of the biggest guys that went to my college. Okay. And we lift weights in a world-class gym every day, every night. At the end of the day, at the end of all our classes at night, I lift weights with both of them. Shout out to Chef, shout out to Gil. But both of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I came home, I was 135 pounds. Okay. Still being 5'9" and stuff. People thought that something was wrong with me. I literally had to flex on my aunt for her to stop thinking and saying stuff. You understand what I'm saying? I flexed on her. Like, literally was like, really? And she was like, okay. Like, seriously, like, this is just me. This is me lifting weights for 8 months straight with two dudes. This is how I look. You know what I'm saying? I was 135. So 119, son. Like, y'all have to understand that is big, yo. I mean, that is skinny as a mug, bro, for somebody that tall. She's skinny as shit. And because of that and her reach, I think she's 15-0 with 7 knockouts. Because, like, I wanted to fight, and I couldn't convince my mother, and my brothers couldn't convince her either, that, bro, I would have been fighting girls so smaller than me. It would have been ridiculous. If I would have fought at 135, I'd have been fighting girls that's like 5'6", 5'7", bro, and I'd have been tearing them apart just the same way that tall girls fight shorter girls. The thing is, the difference in between girls and guys and the way that they fight is the fact that girls don't have, and I said this, I expressed this a few times, is that girls don't have the foot speed that men have. Not even close. Not even half. You can find the fastest girl you want in foot speed. Find a fast guy in the same weight class. She's not even going to be half as fast as him. The foot speed is so different. And if you fighting somebody that's a lot taller and you don't have the reach, bro, she'll pick you apart. She'll have it her way, like Burger King. You understand what I'm saying? And I know it to be a fact because I'm 5, damn near 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and I wanted to fight. Like, I'm telling you, like, that's what Fondor is picking them apart. She can put her power into it once she see them lunge. Once she get it down to their pattern and what they do, and she getting frustrated enough to take that lunge, she could put her power into that. And that's where them 7 KOs come from. In my honest opinion, real talk, that's where they come from. Salute to you, the family thing in the super chat with the super sticker. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat.
This is for the cool.
Right, Jerome. Right. Salute to you. What's good with you? The artist formerly known as Judah Vision. What is in the house? What is popping with you, sir? What is good with you? Salute to you, Dolores Vanessa in the super chat. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat, Queen.
This is for the cool.
Say good to see you. Right, right. Thank you. Definitely appreciate it. Good to see y'all. Definitely good to see you too. Say I'll catch the replay at work. Got to make this money. Definitely, definitely. Don't let us hold you up. Definitely make that bread. Make that moolah. Make that scratch. Make that cheese. Salute to you. Whatchamacallit is in the super chat and definitely in the building. What is good with you? Definitely appreciate you in the super chat.
This is for the cool.
I see your cute little super sticker. Your super sticker. But yeah, man, she's gonna. And the reason why I said all of that is because she's 5'9", like I said, and the girl she's fighting, Maryland, she is 5'3". You feel what I'm saying? Like people in that weight class only come but so big of a size, man. She's 5'9" and she's about to fight somebody 5'3". You can put how much money you want on a knockout because she's knocking her out. She's knocking her out. She's stopping her. I'm telling you, I'm not knocking her out, but she's stopping that girl because she's 5'3" and she's 5'9". And she has Gabrielle, that's her name, right? I don't want to say it, but yeah, Gabrielle Fondora. She got a nice punch selection. She got a nice little pop on her. She gonna stop, homegirl. You better believe it. Yeah, I had to flex her. I had to. Yo, she pulled me aside and spoke to me about how skinny I was, not about how I look, because I look good. So she just spoke to me how skinny I was. I went to college, 180 pounds. I came home after a whole year, I think. No, yeah, I came home, but she didn't see me. She seen me a year and a half after going to school and working out with them for like 8 months straight. Like 8 months straight. But I mean, I had a lot of fat on me. You know what I'm saying? I was 180, no bullshit. And I was muscle. And I came back. I mean, 'cause in high school, I lifted weights. That's why I was, you know what I'm saying? So and I was accustomed to lifting weights because I was an athlete. Man, I had to come home and flex on her. She didn't say, and it was the end of the conversation. The conversation was done. She's getting the stoppage. Yes, she can. She can fight. She getting the stoppage. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. Put your money on Boots getting the stoppage because it was plus money. I don't even think she's gonna be plus money for getting the stoppage. Girl is 5'3". You know how short 5'3" is? I didn't even see her reach on BoxRec, but I'm telling you, she probably got a 10-inch reach advantage on that girl. It's gonna look bad. It's gonna look real bad, yo. But I want to talk about a fight that a lot of people aren't talking about. In my opinion, I think Korner Ben gonna get his ass kicked. What do y'all think about Chris Eubank Jr. and Korner Ben? I think Chris Eubank Jr. is, what can I say? He's too big. Let me start there. He's too big for Korner Ben. I think he has too much skill, being that he's been training with Roy Jones, because he looked a lot different ever since he's been training with Roy Jones, since he looked fighting that George Groves dude. Bro, I remember that George Grove fight. Yo, that's when I knew Chris Eubank had a chin. You feel me? George Grove hit him coming in with the kitchen sink. And Chris Eubank kept going. He was still on his feet. Didn't get stopped, didn't get dropped. I know he got beat up by Liam Smith. That's who he got stopped by. But he fought him again and stopped Liam Smith. But, bro, dude got a chin. I think Korner Ben is too small for Chris Eubank Jr. I think Korner Ben, being that, like, he gotta only want this fight for two reasons: because he think it's a money fight because of the history with their parents, and the second reason would be because of the history with their parents. He don't like it. He don't like the history, and he hears about it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the only thing that I can really think of. Scrambled eggs, definitely going to beat the egg yolk out of Ben. Yo, people not even talking. He gonna beat the shit out of Ben. I need to check the odds though. For real, for real. Salute to you, Creole the Traveler. Salute to you, sir. He gonna beat the shit out of Ben, in my opinion. Like, Ben is way too small, yo. He's way too small. Hold on, let me see. I wrote down some specs. Yeah, Chris Eubank got 3 losses. He's 34-3 with 25 knockouts. Bro got more knockouts than Conor Ben got fights. Okay, let me start. He only got that 1 knockout loss I already said about Liam Smith, but he's 35 years old. He's 5'11" with a 72.5-inch reach. So he's taller than Conor Ben. Conor Ben is 23-0 with 14 knockouts, and he's 5'8". So he's at a disadvantage at size, height, reach. And if he going in this fight angry, which he should be, after getting all that protein smashed on his head, after getting that egg smashed on his head, he should be very mad. But if you go in this fight angry, it's going to be a short night or a long night, but it's not going to be nothing in between. That boy ain't going to have a good day versus Chris Eubank, in my opinion. Not a good day at all. It's going to be a bad look, in my opinion. Ben was taking some serious steroids. They caught him with what? Clomipine in his system. That's some shit they give women for. Yeah, I heard that. I heard about that, man. And it's like, but what type of cocktail did they give your ass that the only thing was left was that shit that to have in your body? Like, serious, man. And you know he was taking some shit because he looked like he had a whole. He looked like he. Bro, looked like he went through plastic surgery, bro, before he got off the eggs. Chris Eubank's skin got lighter since he's been off the eggs. His skin got lighter. It looked like his tattoos got smaller. I can read his tattoos now. At first I was like, yo, I don't even know I couldn't read half his tattoos. I can see his shit now. Worse than Conor Ben got the wackest hairstyles too, bro. Bro have the wackest dudes I've ever seen in my motherfucking life. But Conor Ben ain't gonna win and fight. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I don't even know why. Like, it can't be that much of a money fight for him to really want to fight Conor Ben. He's not going. Fight Chris Eubank. He's not going to hear the end of that loss. I think he's going to stop Conor Ben for real. Beat his ass organic out this shit. Yo, for real. That's why I know I got no power now. Right. It's the eggs is gone. That shit he don't have no nutrients no more. The Hulk turned back to Banner is a fact. That is a fact, yo. I want to see what Dev does. Yeah, man. Devin. All right. You can rock Devin. Devin versus Ramirez. I can't wait to see what he does either, yo. It's so funny in Karma that he's on the undercard of Broly. I don't know if y'all remember, but Broly was the first guy that put a wig on Devin Haney and made it his IG thumbnail. And it was his thumbnail for like a fucking year and a half. Do y'all remember that shit? Salute to you, sweet tea. What is good with you, queen? What's popping with you, queen? Hope all is well with you. Yo, do y'all remember that? Shout out to Egg Drop Soup. No bullshit. Yo, do y'all remember Rolly was the first one to put Devin in a wig? So it's like it's irony like a motherfucker. He's main eventing with Ryan Garcia, the one that just did all of that shit to you. whatever that's in the lawsuit as far as the PDs, and he said it was a couple of things he was putting Ryan down for. They main event and you on the undercard and with another person, in my opinion, that's been ducking your ass for a minute, Teofimo Lopez. The guy that's Teofimo Lopez said Devin Haney had DSLs. That's sucking lips. Okay? Like, bro, you on the card with a bunch of trolls. It's a bad look. It's a bad look. Yes. You don't remember that shit? Yeah. Troy Nash kid got next. He's sharp. Troy Nash. Is that the bald head dude? The bald head dark skinned dude? But yeah, Devin Haney 31-0 with 15 knockouts. He's 26 years old, 5'9" with a 71-inch reach, coming off of all of that Ryan shit. That Ryan Garcia shit. It's been a year since he fought. Ramirez is 29-2 with 18 knockouts, 32 years old, 5'10" with a 72-inch reach. So inch taller, got an inch more in reach, which isn't going to really make a difference. But Devin got the youth on his side. Devin is 6 years younger. And Ramirez is coming off of a unanimous decision 12-round, I believe it was 12-round decision loss versus Arnold Barboza, the guy that's fighting Teofimo Lopez on the exact same card. But so Devin is fighting somebody coming off of a loss on all of his trolls undercard, basically. Yeah. Teo said that shit he was live with Rolly Romero. Rolly was on camera with him. He was live on IG. Now I remember because people made videos about it. I went live about that shit. And yeah, they were joking around. This is when Devin was like the talking between them two. Rolly and Teo always talked bad about Devin. They said how big his nose was and all of that type of shit. It was around that time when they was always around each other. And they was sitting there just cracking on Devin. And he said that shit. Yeah, it did. So at first I was like, yo, he ain't mean that. He ain't mean that shit. He means something else. And I don't remember if it was Teo or if it was Rolly, but he came out and just said the 3 words. I was like, oh shit. Oh, I can't fucking believe that. And I remember I sent the footage to a few different people because they ain't even fucking believe me. I sent that footage to a few different motherfucking people. Hell yeah. Right. But seriously, Rolly was like the first one that put a wig on Devin Haney, and that was his IG thumbnail for like a year and a half. Y'all don't remember that shit? Yo, light-skinned kid with an afro. He only 19. I don't know who you're talking about. I'm going to find out, though. Definitely I'm going to find out. Salute to you, D-Man Jr. What is good with you? Salute. Yeah, what's up with you? What is up with you? Yeah, I think Devin Conti's #1 flunky. I think honestly, salute to Mills Rob 46. I really think that Teo will say anything to get a fight, and he thinks getting a fight is getting you riled up and being disrespectful. That's why he said, well, in his words, that's why he was talking that way about Terrence Crawford. He said, well, when Terrence Crawford had him up under his wing, he was like, I was just building the fight. That's why I kept saying about the monkey stuff and all that other shit. So he really thinks that, like, that's how you do it. Like, you remember when Incredible Boy, that's who I call him because that's what he looked like. Jake Paul, his first 5 fights or whatever, all he did was kept calling the people BITCHs that he was fighting, kept calling them the B word and stuff like that. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, that Ryan look at it like he got the fight, and Rolly look at it like he got the fight with Tank by being disrespectful. So some of them just say anything, you know, and that's what Teal was doing. And in the process, Teal came out and admitted that he shut out Devin so he wouldn't get a title fight. Hey, Tia, I don't know. He got some unclaimed hate for Devin. He just do the talk. He ain't talk about it yet. You need to get it out. Salute to you, the Jab. Jam Marie is in the house. What is popping with your act? Salute to you. The 3 words, the DSL. Yes, he said it. He just, the one of them laughed and was like, sucking lips. I was like, because I was like, yo, ain't no way he mean what I think he mean. Until he said it, I was like, shit. Salute to you, 2 cents. What is popping with you, queen? What is good with you? Teal can trade water as long as he don't look weak in the ring. Yeah, you can. Let me talk about this Devin Ramirez fight though. Devin Haney can't lose. He can't lose. Respect for him coming back fighting another Mexican style fighter, come forward fighter. Respect. Because he didn't have to do that. He could have fought a soft touch and nobody would have said anything. Regardless of how anybody thinks of his last fight with Ryan Garcia, he said Ryan Garcia did an X amount of things. He said it was more than just him taking the steroid. He did an X amount of things that he was suing Ryan for. So it makes sense for you to come back and take a softer touch. It could have been a name, but it could have been a softer touch rather than somebody that comes forward or a Mexican style fighter like Jose Ramirez. On the other hand, in my opinion, Jose Ramirez has not been the same fighter for 3 full years. He hasn't been the same fighter. Before he left for like a year and some change, he got married. That's why he was gone. Before he left, that last fight he had, he was declining, in my honest opinion. Okay. Right now he's 32 years old. He's not a bad fighter, he's only got 2 losses and he's never been stopped. I believe he has been dropped. I'm not sure though. But if he loses fight versus Jose Ramirez, because Jose Ramirez still got it in the tank, you can see him, even though hitting the pads and working out, can always look good. He still got some in the tank, even though he's coming off of a loss versus Arnold Barboza. He still got enough in the tank to do something to Devin. You know, he's still got enough in the tank to do something to Devin, and it all depends on how Devin's mindset is. Because if he come in this fight with any type of flashes in his head about his last fight, if he get hit and forget his game plan, forget to be like Jose Ramirez is the type of fighter that don't throw one punch at a time unless he's throwing a jab. If he get inside, it's going to be a combination. So if he do get hit, and Jose said he's going to keep throwing punches, he's going to have to stay away. He's going to have to stay on his toes. Come, Monday, May the 2nd or something like that. That's when the fight is, bro. It's a very interesting fight. Like my eyes are going to be glued to the TV once that Ryan Ramirez card start. Glued to the TV. The shit is going to be absolutely entertaining. But it's a fight he can't lose. And this is a fighter that's the same size as him, but he's aged out a little bit. He's not really the same fighter, but he has enough in the gas tank to show us something, for real. He got enough in the gas tank to do something to Devin. And if Devin ain't on his P's and Q's, and if he don't have more, because I heard Devin interview that he had recently. I didn't hear the whole thing, but the one he had with Cigar Talk. Okay. I still see he's talking about Tank, even though he sounds a little bit mature. He's still talking about Tank. But anyways, he said that he basically sounded like he was taking some accountability and some responsibility for the things he did wrong in the Ryan Garcia fight. So if he was working on them things, which I did see him working on getting out of the way of the left hook, and if he is mentally past that block, like I didn't do nothing wrong, it was just Ryan, and he is looking at it the right way, he could have possibly fixed those things, and this could be a better fight for Devin than what everybody thinks. But that goes to be seen. We don't really know that right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why that shit is going to be very entertaining. Yes, he does. Teal's ridiculous to be the do or die situation. He is. Do you think he's not though? 2 cents. I think he is. I think it's a do or die situation for him because I mean, even if he do lose, you can't blame it on nothing. You can't blame it on nobody. Or what are you gonna say? Like Ryan messed up more than what I thought, and we should send him. We should go back to court and tell him he messed up my whole career. He messed up my ability to fight or something. No, like sometimes you just gotta take responsibility for your shit. For real, for real. Gonna give a salute to you, Extreme. What other things? What other thing? I don't even know. Moving up can be good for Ramirez as well. He was big at 140. Yes, he was. And because this is a catchweight fight, that's another thing. Like, Devin is coming off of a catchweight fight. Ramirez is coming off of a fight. He hasn't fought in a year. Ramirez hasn't fought in a year, and it was a fight at 140. So, yeah, this is going to be a good fight. If Ramirez coming at and the ace in the hole for Ramirez, in my opinion, still will be the coach. Like Robert Garcia is an underrated coach, in my opinion. He is a good coach. He's a good trainer. He's a good person in the corner. Yeah, he's not a trainer. That's why I was saying about Alicia Baumgartner and how Alicia Baumgartner going to pick Bill Haney to go train with first, and he's really not a trainer. You feel me? That's the biggest reason, in my opinion, the biggest reason on why Devin trains with everybody. You feel what I'm saying? And then you're gonna turn around and train with the person that Devin is suing. You're gonna turn around and train with Derek James, like his bro. She looked like a spy. Sorry, bro. You look like a spy, bro. It look like you're gonna be just saying everything you see and everything you can see, hear everything you can hear. So go, you can report everything you can report. Face ass. That's just don't seem right. Why wouldn't you go to Derek first? He's a world Didn't he win Trainer of the Year already? Damn near world class trainer, and he fought before. You went and trained with Bill first, and then came. It's kind of just a little weird. Ramirez getting outboxed, in my opinion. We gonna see, boss. If Devin is back, Ramirez should get outboxed. He should win this fight. If something is spoiled, hey, might get something done to him in that joint. Turkey told Devin, "F that. You look bad. Take what I give you." Turkey humbled Devin just like Shakur. Man, when I seen what Shakur wrote, I was like, he shouldn't have did that, man. He let his anger get the best of him in every situation possible. Every situation. Jesus, man. And he turned around and said he apologized. All right. But apologies don't mean nothing. They're just words. Like, I've always take an egg out the refrigerator and drop it and apologize to it. Eggs don't fix, apologies don't fix shit. Saying you're sorry don't fix the damn thing. It doesn't even admit that you're sorry anymore. Because people can do some shit and just say they sorry to make you feel good or to shut you the fuck up. Like, it doesn't mean that they mean it. You know what I'm saying? They're just words. It's real talk. Shit's just words. Feel me? I think he in a do or die situation, but it's crazy how Ryan been awarded any do or die. Ryan. I'm not talking about that fight right now. Ryan, Ryan is looking like they put Ryan on the pedestal and treating him better than they is Devin. I understand he's the main event fighter. That's how it's supposed to be. But it's just funny to look at. It's funny to witness. It really is. They're gonna sue me red. It's Ryan, the real one. Salute to you, JJ. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you coming in. What's good with you, Jay Dixon? What's popping with you, sir? Yeah, man. But I think the card is gonna be fire. On the Ryan Garcia and Rolly though. Ryan Garcia and Rolly gonna be good, bro. Like everybody, and a lot of people, majority of the people are picking Ryan Garcia to win the fight, and for good reason. You know what I'm saying? For the obvious reasons, it looked like Rolly's addicted to left hooks, and it looked like his chin is evaporating, disintegrating, bombed out and depleted. Face ass. It just looks like his chin is just getting weaker and weaker, and everybody knows that Ryan Garcia got a twitchy ass left hook. That shit is fast as hell. You understand? Ryan Garcia got a fast, powerful left hook, and that's why people are picking Ryan. Like it's that's what it is. Bottom line, that's what people are looking at. Ryan Garcia's record though is 24-1. He got 20 knockouts. Got one KO loss. He's 26 years old, 5'8.5" with a 70-inch reach. Um, his last two fights was at a catch weight of 144 pounds, I do believe. Rolly is 16-2 with 13 knockouts and two knockout losses. He's 29 years old, 5'8" with a 68-inch reach. Okay. And his last fight that he had was at 140 pounds. So he's yet to fight outside the 140-pound division. Even though Brian Garcia's fought at a catchweight twice, Rolly, in my opinion, is a wild card. Like I can't really sit and say Ryan Garcia got this shit hands down. Yeah, it. We see Rolly got heart. We see the heart that Rolly had. Um, if Ryan Garcia don't put him out, his lights out, or he can't beat the count or look wobbly getting up the way Tank did him, if he can't do that, this is going to be a long fight and a hard one for Ryan, and probably one that he could lose. Um, the fact that Rolly is very awkward. He's an awkward style puncher, and Ryan Garcia don't have the best defense. He could land those yak. He could land those punches. Like I said though, we need the older Rolly. We need old Rolly, not the new Rolly. We need the Rolly that bullet train, not the one that's going to be moving around the ring. I don't want to see the Rolly that fought the old dude and he got dropped on the ropes and shit. No. We need the Rolly that fought Yidget or whatever his name is. We need that Rolly with some defense. If Rolly can be a little bit defensively responsible and hold his hands up, if he can keep his hands fucking up, I don't know if he can do it. If he can keep his hands fucking up, if Rolly can keep his hands up and get to Ryan Garcia's body, which stays open, because he fight tall like a giraffe, like Jeffrey. If he can get to his body, he can hurt Ryan Garcia. Tank Davis said that Rolly is he hit him the hardest out of anybody that you fought. He said that about Ryan. He said that about Rolly. Ryan Garcia is the same guy that got dropped by Luke Campbell. Ryan Garcia is the same guy that got hit by a left hook from Devin and got wobbled. So before you go on and put all of your money on Ryan Garcia, this is, in my opinion, a 50-50 fight. I don't know who's going to win the fight. I'm leaning towards Ryan to win the fight because Rolly don't have the best defense neither. Ryan's hook is fast enough for Rolly not to see, even if he had good defense. And it's a left hook, and that's what Rolly is allergic to. So I would put money on the fight not going the distance. I would put money on the fight being under 6 rounds, probably under 8 rounds, under 8.5, because that's how they go on betting odds. Under 8.5 rounds, or go for the fight not going the distance, whichever one has the best odds. I wouldn't even go for a winner of this fight. If you want to, you could pick Ryan Garcia to win the fight by stoppage, but I wouldn't do that shit, bro. It's a close look as far as both of their styles go, because both of them got bad defense, but Rolly punched so awkward, he lands that bullshit and it hurt because everything hard. But if I had to pick a winner, I would pick Ryan to win the fight. Just cool and laughing at these clown ass boxers acting out on and on. The boxing dads, the boxing dads are too much. Too much. And you doing too much. Don't do that. Don't do that. Extreme. Salute to Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. What's good with you? Salute to you, young man. 704 Joe, what is good with you? Salute. Oh shit. Rolly's still a sucker for the left hook, so the fight should be wild. Yo, but Rolly tough, man. You see how Rolly was noodle leg? Rolly was noodle leg like shit in the ring. Versus Isaac Cruz though. Rolly trash, no trend, no defense. Yeah, but he fight awkward still. He's still an awkward puncher. That's a fact though. Salute to 704 Joe. What is good with you, sir? Joe J said, God bless Rolly. Never underestimate God given strength. That's a fact. You got a lot of that. Soon as Ryan land clean on Rolly, he'll be over under 5 rounds. Yo, you gotta pick the under. Pick the under. Rolly is a great gatekeeper. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good at gatekeeping, but he's fucking 29 years old gatekeeping. I put money on Rolly matching all of Ryan retardedness there. Stop the cat. Ryan gonna win the fight. I got Ryan winning the fight. But it's gonna be a good one. I think honestly, besides Ryan Garcia's speed of that left hook, because he got Derek James in this fight, I'm telling you, just go for the under. Put money on the under, pretty much. Tio and Arnold Barbosa. Tio is 21-1 with 16 knockouts. He's 27 years old, 5'9" with a 68.5-inch reach. It's been a year since Tio's last fight. That's when he fought that Steve Claggett dude, bruh. He had both of Tio's eyes looking like radishes. Tio's eyes was leaking like shit. Both of them was leaking at the top. His eyes is bad. Arnold Barbosa is not as good as I thought he was. He's a good fighter and all of that shit, but I got Tio winning the fight. Arnold Barbosa is 32-0 with 11 knockouts. He's 33 years old, 5'9" with a 72-inch reach. 3 months ago was his last fight, and he went 12 rounds with Jack Catterall. That fight was job boring. It was a little bit boring. All right, just a little bit. You feel me? But I watched it because I think Jack Catterall is funny to me. Every time I watch Jack Catterall fight, it's like he looked like his defense is suspect as shit. He has the worst, his sus ass defense. Look like he's not prepared for any punches coming to his face. That's how he look fucking crazy, right? It's like he just, and it looked funny to me because people be throwing punches at him and they don't be hitting him. It's just funny. That shit is funny, yo. I agree with you, Queen. The house always wins. Yeah. House gonna get their bread. You already know they don't get their bread. Tio Arnold Barbosa could be a dry ass fight, but I don't think so. If Tio don't act scared of Arnold Barbosa, which he should not, even though he has been acting scared for the last year leading up to this fight before saying yes to the fight. But Tio, man, I think he's faster than Arnold Barbosa, and he has faster feet. And with a good game plan, he should win the fight versus Arnold Barbosa. Arnold Barbosa hasn't looked the best in his past fights, even though he is coming off a win versus Jose Ramirez. I think he's a cool, calculated fighter, and he takes his time. But he's standing right there, and he's standing right there for the picking. So Tio can make this an interesting fight. You know what I mean? But I don't know if he is. You know, if Tio is cool with being first in this fight, it should be a pretty entertaining one. Salute to Shawana Allah. What is popping with you, Queen? I can see Barbosa outboxing Tio and getting robbed. If you do outbox him, he could get robbed, though. I do believe that. I believe that. I believe he could get robbed. That's a fact. It's a great possibility. You have Keyshawn Davis is fighting Edwin De Los Santos. I would have loved this fight without the bad news attached to it. The fact that Edwin De Los Santos had blood clots. I heard Boxing Eagle say that shit first. I heard Upper say that shit as well. So I have people saying that shit, that the man has blood clots. And when you have blood clots, there's not that much turning your ass is doing. And the fact that before I knew this shit, before he fought Shakur, and after that, like, I did my research, and he does blow up in between weight classes. Like, he's a big guy. You understand what I'm saying? He's fatty. So saying that, it's like if Edward De Los Santos don't come in this fight 100 or 90% out this bitch, if you don't come in here good, yo, it's not gonna be a good look for him, yo. It's not gonna be a good look at all. Edward De Los Santos is 16-2 with 16 knockouts. 16-2 with 14 knockouts. He's 5'8" with a 70-inch reach, and he lost his last fight versus Shakir, and that was a year and a half ago. By the time he fight Keyshawn Davis, it will be a year and a half since his last fight. Keyshawn Davis is 13-0 with 9 knockouts. He's 26 years old, 5'9" with a 70-inch reach. Bruh's on a 2-win knockout streak. He's picking good names at the right times. And like I said, Keyshawn, is just in the right place at the right time. Being that all of top-ranked top names either stop fighting or stop as not being signed with him no more. The only people left is the new blood, the new people. They're seeing Keyshawn, the businessman, as the right person for the job because he likes talking and he talks very well and he fights very well also. So he had the right backing behind him. He had the right people saying very good things about him. You know what I mean? He's at the right place at the right time. And I said that immediately when he, started getting big for his britches verbally. I said that ASAP, like, bruh's just in the right place at the right time. His skill didn't get him here. And he got a lot of skill, but bro, at the time when he was doing all that whipping, he had like 11 fights. Your skill didn't do this. Your skill is not making you main event in your town or whatever. Like, he had 11 or 12 fights. It's not your skill that's doing it, because if Lomachenko was still part of Top Rank, if what's his name, the heavyweight boxer, Fury was still part of Top Rank, if Shakur was still part of Top Rank, you wouldn't be main eventing shit. And that's word. That's a fact, bro. You wouldn't be main eventing a damn thing. You would be the last person in the list. You would have had a church van and you'd have been sitting in the 6th row and all the way in the back. You wouldn't be. You wouldn't be in the front seat. I'm just being honest. So salute to you, Victor. What is good with you, King? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Definitely appreciate you. So yeah, like, he's picking the right names though. Edward De Los Santos is a great name. You hear me? When I heard it immediately, I was like, ooh, that's gonna be a great fight. That's gonna be great. Yo, Edward De Los Santos probably put him on his ass, and it was like, wait, the man got blood clots. The man is this. The man is that. I'm like, see, it's not gonna be a good fight. Salute to you, Silver. What is popping with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. It's not going to be a good fight then. If the man's not 100%, it's going to look like the lame-most fight. I'm not trying to see that shit. I'm definitely not driving that long. It's like the furthest distance in Virginia. The only place I've ever been in Virginia that's that damn far. God damn. I was in Virginia driving for an hour and a half when I got to Virginia. Before I even got to the damn, I was like, hell nah, bro. Hell nah, yo. Everybody hit the like button like the man said. But yeah, Keyshawn is picking him at the right time, if that is true about the man. If he's not coming in this fight 100%, Keyshawn is going to soft shoe. He's going to beat up on a guy that has a good name. That last fight was a very boring fight and a controversial win for Shakur Stevenson because he didn't land shit. Neither one of them landed no punch. It should have been a fucking draw. Real talk. Real talk. That should have been a motherfucking draw in between Shakur and Edwin. You know what I'm saying? So he looked bad in that fight. So you on this card, he's fighting Edward De Los Santos, and he's gonna look good. He's gonna look good in this fight, and it's gonna look bad on Shakur Stevenson. Who's the guy that Abdullah Mason is supposed to fight? Who is he supposed to fight? Tell me, please. Somebody in the chat, let me know. Salute to you, Dante's boxing talk was good with you. Ain't nothing wrong with De Los Santos. Let's stop discrediting before the fight. A lot of people said that, so I'm gonna say, and I said the people that said it. One of the people that said it got over 250,000 subs. So, like I said, if the man ain't 100%, he's going to get walked on. Nakatilia. That's another, thank you, definitely appreciate you, Queen, for letting me know. Nakatilia is another guy that Shakur Stevenson fought. And in my opinion, that's another guy that Shakur Stevenson looked bad in. People started talking bad about Shakur Stevenson. More people started talking bad about Shakur Stevenson because of that performance. Because during that performance, all you heard and as commentating was, what's his name? Timothy Bradley. And you heard Andre Ward continuously say that he need to pick it up. He need to pick it up. He need to pick it up. And then he didn't pick it up. They talks changed to Shakur don't want to get hit. See, he don't want to get hit. You know, they was being like semi disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And after the fight, right there, after the fight, Shakur Stevenson said on the mic he got hit with something that he didn't like. He said that the man was real scary and real awkward. Those are words that came out of Shakur's mouth about Nakatilia. And he's about to fight Abdullah Mason. It just doesn't look good for Shakur Stevenson. The fight line that's lined it up for the young bloods coming up. And they're young talented guys, Mason and Keyshawn Davis coming up. Shakur Stevenson it's a bad look for him because they're going to look good versus both of them fighters. Mason is not that guy if he don't beat Nakatilia. Okay? Too many people already beat Nakatilia. So they're going to both look very good in this motherfucking fight. They're going to look good, bro. How would you feel if he loses against Aaron, Aaron Barboza? You talking about Arnold Barboza? I would love it if Tio loses belt to Arnold Barboza. Even though he is the only person that's really promoting this fight. And I would think Rolly and Ryan, it's crazy. I would think Rolly and Ryan would do a lot better promoting it. It is their card. You feel me? And they promote it better versus Tank versus other fighters. You know what I mean? Tim and Coffee. Shakur comfortable with that link payment. That's funny as shit. But I would love if Tio lose. I love when Tio lost versus Ferocious Cambosis. I would love it, and I mean, I only say that because, bro, I think he's an unconsiderate jackass, and if I'm wrong about that, then he's a racist. Period. He can be a list of other things, but he's a fucking inconsiderate jackass. I don't care if he wins, but I definitely care if he loses. We can have a better champion that don't act the way he act. Like, fucking for real. For real. Tim used to beat the hell up. Used to get beat the hell up, and you couldn't get out the way. Yeah, and he's a smaller dude. Nakatili had been knocked out twice in the last 4 fights. Mason should handle him easily. Yes, that's how I see it. They're gonna look very good versus two fighters that Shakur did not look good against. And he verbally said it himself. Fuck what everybody else is thinking. And we have our own opinion. We're correct about both of those fights versus Nakatilia and Edward De Los Santos. But besides that, Shakur Stevenson admitted that he didn't like both of those fucking performances. He admitted it. So regardless of what anybody tell you, I'm not hating. Bruh admitted it. That right after fighting them, he admitted it. Right after both of them fights, he didn't have to sit and think about it at all. He admitted it. And they're gonna go in there and look good against them. Like real talk. They'll go in there and look absolutely fabulous against both of those fighters. How long them boys gonna ignore Tito Mercado and Andy Cruz? They're gonna ignore the shit out of Andy Cruz because they know that dude older than what he say is. And Andy got an awkward ass style. Regardless of what Keyshawn can say about his punching power, it don't matter. His style is so awkward. It'll be hard to deal with Andy Cruz. In my opinion, Tito Mercado, he got unfinished business with these youngins, the people from Top Rank. That's why he want to fight them, even though they're in smaller weight classes. Good thing, though, Shakur Stevenson said that Keyshawn Davis should be moving up to 140. Those are his words. And Keyshawn Davis said in that little last press conference that really wasn't a press. It was just him and his brothers. It really wasn't no other fighters but him and his two other brothers. He said Edward De Los Santos is too small 3 times in a row, bro. He said he's too small. Both of them fight at 135. He's too small. He's an inch taller than him, and both of them got the same reach. Edwin is 5'8". Keyshawn is 5'9". He said he's too small. Shakur is talking like the dude is big and going to move up before he is to 140 pounds. I get they trying to get fights, but they being fruity and or cringe, prejudice or bigots, whatever in the case in the process. Yeah, inconsiderate asshole. It's either that or you're a racist. Like, if you're not serious, then you're an inconsiderate asshole. You're not considering nobody else's feelings, fact, fiction, nothing. You just saying some shit. It's inconsiderate as shit, and it's some asshole shit to say. For real. I'm not a fan of all that battle picking. Nah, that's why I give it up to David Benavidez. You have to. You got to give it up for that man. Got to give it on up. Salute to you. Carolina's in the building. Salute to you. What is good with you, Talib Cunningham? Yeah, David Benavidez, he stepped up to all the challenges. He gave us entertaining fights, never complained. I never hear him bitched about a fight, about a purse, or no negotiation. Like the stuff that a lot of people complain about, that's why we don't see the fight next. I don't even care if we fought 2 years down. No, bro. If negotiations mess the fight up, it don't happen with David Benavidez. I gotta give it to David Benavidez. It's a reason why it's not a lot of channels that's hating on David Benavidez. It's a reason why it's not a lot of fighters calling out David Benavidez or being disrespectful. It's a reason why a lot of fighters are ducking David Benavidez. David Benavidez is that guy in the sport right now, bro. You gotta give it up for him. The last fight that I want to talk about is this Arnold Barboza fight, yo. Yep. The Arnold Barboza versus F.A. Jabba. Hold on. Arnold Barboza versus F.A. Jabba. If Santos is still speedy counter punches with Keyshawn go at Santos El Rado. Santos is a smart fighter. He's smart. When he fought El Rayo, he got him hurt, and El Rayo was back against the ropes. He started tapping El Rayo like, tap punch, like as if you would hit a heavy bag for 3 minutes, but not punching it, just moving your hands about 5 inches up and down, tap tap tap. He started doing that. Rayo opened up to counter with some. As soon as he opened up, he hit him with a short, crisp right hook. Man got some boxing IQ. He knows some stuff. He can set up some stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's fast. And he got some pop. That's what I'm saying. Like, it can be an interesting fight. If dude is 100%, it could be a very interesting fight versus Keyshawn Davis, man. Excuse me. I heard it's like 8 or 9 fights on that card too, yo. That's how I like it. That's how that tank card was that I went to in DC. They had both. Well, suppose I had both the Petersons on it and shit, yo. That fight card was fire. But yeah, F.A. Jabba and Martin Bacoli's heavyweight fights. It's a heavyweight fight. And you would think, I need to check the odds for this, because I think F.A. is probably the favorite. F.A. has 20 fights and 1 loss. He has 14 knockouts. He's 6'6" with an 85-inch reach. He's been dropped, but he's not been stopped before. He's coming off of a split decision win 1 year ago. A whole year ago was his last fight. Martin Bacoli is 21-2 with 16 knockouts. Bro got 2 knockout losses. One just recent by Joseph Parker, and then his other knockout loss was by Michael Hunter. It was a 10-round fight, and they waved it off in the 10th round, and it was because his shoulder got out of joint or some shit like that during the fight, though he couldn't fight with only one hand or some shit like that. Because in my opinion, he wouldn't have lost to no damn Michael. I don't think Michael Hunter is like that, for real. But he's 33 years old. He's 6'6", with and he's his last fight was 3 months ago, and it was a KO loss versus Joseph Parker. That was a bad decision that he made for probably a lot of money. You know what I mean? And he was saying how he had just got finished eating. He was saying how he just got finished eating a lot of food, and he looked like he was a little overweight. And, he didn't do no training for the fight. He came right in. He was just walking towards Joseph. And it looked like, honestly, he was hurting Joseph Parker. It really looked like them shots was hurting Joseph Parker. And Joseph just threw that overhand right that he didn't see, laying on the top of his head and his fat butt. It just took too long for him to get up. You know what I'm saying? They waved it off. Man, it was a bad decision, but it was for money. So he did that. You feel me? I think that don't define who he is as a fighter. I think Martin Bacoli is still a good fighter. I think F.A. Ajaba could be a better fighter than the last time I seen him fight. But F.A. has a problem with his feet. He has very bad feet. Not to say that Bacoli's a mover like that, because he isn't. But I honestly think Bacoli has a lot faster hand speed than F.A. Ajaba. And if he do have a game plan and he want to bounce back, because I believe the loss versus Joseph Parker, because he was in line, he only had like 1 or 2 fights, and then he was supposed to like have a title fight or some shit. Bruh, that joint knocked him all the way down to like the bottom 15 of the heavyweight division when he lost to Joseph Parker. So being at this fight with F.A. Ajaba was already scheduled. If it wasn't scheduled, he would not be fighting again this soon, and he definitely wouldn't be fighting F.A. Ajaba. So this right here is something for him to get back on the right track. He have to beat F.A. Ajaba. He has to. In my honest opinion, he got to. I respect Benavidez, but I was kind of skeptical about that Morrell fight because he ignored him for a minute. But in the end, he went and got that work without flexing or crying like a damn man. Yeah, and I like Morrell, and I like Morrell a lot. And I during that fight, I had gained more respect for both fighters. for both Davids. Battle of Davids was a good ass fight, almost fight of the year for real, contender. Creole said, FYI, I've always pulled up when Queens talking. If you wonder why I ain't around, you ain't showed me no love. Yo, I know you ain't talking about me not showing you no love, Creole. I show everybody love. I say everybody. I say everybody. Everybody comment in the chat. But tell you the truth, I went to other Queens panels and they make it a point not to say nothing to me. Trust and believe. They made a great effort not to say anything to me because they said something to the person above me and under me twice. And people in the chat were saying hi to me. I was like, yeah, I only came over here to be respectful, but I won't again. It's not that serious and it never will be. I like Hunter. He bangs. Real talk. But salute you. I wanted to bring my lives down to 1 hour because I'll be busy on Saturdays. I'll be needing my little time. Because a lot of times I work 6 days a week. But when I don't, I'll be trying to squeeze in a lot of shit on a Saturday. Especially because I got my daughter running around. I never seen you in my chat, Ash. I didn't ignore you. You got a chat? You be going live and stuff? I didn't know that. I didn't know that shit. I'll be there next time you go live. I didn't know that. Benavidez, Morrell rematch. Yeah. I don't know if Morrell won it. He did say he wanted a rematch, though. He did admit it and say he wanted a rematch. It'll be a good one, because he got some hits in. He got some hits in. In my opinion, Benavidez won that fight, though. But he got some good hits in. Salute to everybody that came in here. Okay, long as it ain't me, I show everyone love. No, it ain't you. Nah, bro, it's people that you will never see them in my chat. Salute to you, Teach. What is good with you? I'm about to be outie. Salute to you. 5,000. Salute to everybody that came in the chat. I see y'all next Saturday. Every Saturday, I'm going to try to be here every Saturday. And sometimes I'm going to try to do a short live during the week or on Sunday morning. So holla at your girl. I'm out. Peace.
I'm working on fine.